Hello, this is Dalia's channel. I'm Dalia. Hello and welcome. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get for a general reading, okay, for the collective for the next 3 months, right? A general reading. Let's see what you need to know. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to do about money and then love. Okay. Okay, let me turn this off. I'm glad you're here. If you're watching this video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do about money, right? Like a collective, what's going to come out for the next 3 months. So let's do money, okay? Like your finances, okay? Like your job, your finances. Money for the next 3 months, the money for the next 3 months, the finances, your money for the next 3 months, your work, finances and money, right? Work for the next 3 months, for the next 3 months. Okay, your finances for the next 3 months. All right, let's see what we get. All right, okay, so here we have like the magician right here. Then we have the High Priestess. And then we have here, like, um, for, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so it's going to be read like the the past, the now, and then, of course, like the future. Let me put that there. Okay. Okay. And then we'll do like the conclusion, right? All right, so for the next 3 months, okay, so some of you are not doing a thing right now. I think some of you are just having some kind of doubts, or maybe like on a promotion, you're having your doubts about work, your promotion, for the next 3 months. Maybe, it's probably happening now. And this is like the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. That means like your investments, your money, your family, right? Your children there, with your husband, the dog, right? The pet, and of course, financially, like your investments. Okay, so like in the future, it's like like family matters, concerned with your children, family matters, and also about investments and the money, prosperity. Okay, so it's going to come to you. Okay, so right now it's like, there's like a doubt. Right now, you're probably not saying anything. You're probably having like some kind of doubt. You're thinking about it right now. And so you're like, okay, well, let's see what it leads on to later on. So that's, it's like right now you're thinking like, okay, let's see what's going to lead right into my money situation, into my job, or to a promotion. But uh, it seems here like in the future, you are going to get your investments right, your money right, your prosperity right. And this also means like the family, right? To get uh what your children need, right? Like your family situation. Okay, so like in the past, you were working hard on the past to get your goal, like in the past. Because here we have the magician, and then we have the High Priestess. It's like, okay, let's see what's going to happen now. What's going to happen next? Because it's like, okay, like the High Priestess could also be like, having some kind of doubt. So let's see. I'm not going to take action right now. Uh, but you were thinking about a goal or promotion. And then, of course, here you have the Ten of Pentacles. And, that it's upright. So that's good. It's about your families, your children. It's about investing in your family, in their future, and the money and prosperity, right? Which is good. Okay, which is good. All right. So, and then at the end results, uh, it's like, probably like daydreaming about it, or like having it kept secret, like from certain people. Okay. So, just keeping it a secret for certain people, because of, of this prosperity that you want for yourself and for your children. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, some of you are like looking into some news, maybe look into some news, maybe it happened in the past. Some of you are like right now, it's like you can't do nothing. So right now, don't do anything about it. Just see what happens, right? Let's see what's going to unfold. That's why we have here the now, right? Like the nine, the eight of the eight of swords right there. And then of course is like the fulfillment, your wishes and your hopes and your dreams, your fulfillment, being satisfied, right? This is like emotional too because of the cups. The cups talks about emotion. So it's like, you're getting things in order for yourself and also like for your family. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in the future. And the nine of cups also represents like your wish will come true. Your wish is going to come true. Okay, and then of course the end result right here when it has to do with your money is like the world. It's like, okay, it's going to be good. It's going to be great. Um, the fulfillment, okay, for the next 3 months, okay? But it's like right now, it's like maybe there's something tied up right now, or maybe you're not, right now, maybe there's like no action, okay? Maybe nothing's happening at your job and there's no action. And so, because this is like the past, the now and the future, right? And of course, way into the future, the conclusion. So it's some of you are just gonna, okay. So you know what you want. I know what I want. I know what I want for my children, for my family. I want, the prosperity, the gain for me and my children. And so right now it's like you're not saying anything, right? Like right now it's like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen next, right? Because also we also had the high priestess. So the high priestess is like, okay, well, if I want this and that or like a certain goal, and it's like the high priestess represents like, okay, right now I'm just having doubts. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and see what happens next. And I'm over here confined, right? So it's happening now. But of course, this is like the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is like financial gains, and the world means the accomplishment of your financial gains, the accomplishment of your goal. Okay, when it comes to your money, your finances, your security for your family, right? The security for your children. Wow, that was real good. Let's see what we have. Of course, here we have, of course, like the problems, the worries, it's been happening. Here is like the saving up money or uh, trying to like, okay, hold on to your money and putting it away. And also it's like, okay, it's, it's like, the Four of Pentacles, it has to do about holding on to that money and putting money away, and right, like being greedy a little bit here, like, no, I'm not gonna buy that, but I'm gonna buy this, and what I need, like for the family, right? All right, okay. So, and then here we have like the temperance, right? The angel right there, the temperance right there. So in the future, it's going to be like, okay, I got to balance this out. There's going to be gain. It's going to happen. I got to balance out like the changes, okay? So it's like the changes right here to like, okay, um, um, you know, like trying to hold on, right? Like, oh, I'm just trying to hold on, put it a little bit like in the savings and all that. And of course, here is like the worry. So it was like, what do I do to this solution? What do I do to this goal? Like, how am I going to, this was like in the past, right? Like, how am I going to work it out? And then here is the temperance, like putting things in balance. It could also be a little bit of harmony. So which is good, right? Which is good. Good undertakings when it comes to your finances, right? When it comes to your work, when it comes to your finances. All right. And then here is we have like the Seven of Pentacles. It's like you're waiting for your rewards. This could also be like probably doing better in your craft and your skill and waiting for your just rewards, right? Like way into the future, right? That's what the Seven of Pentacles is, right? To being to work at it, to work on your goals, to have good investments for you and your family, the prosperity, the money coming in, right? To figure out and balance out the changes there are different changes that are coming into your life for the money to come in, for that prosperity, for that reward, to have your reward right at the end, with your money, with your work. Wow, that's like a real good reading. That's like a real good reading. I really like that. Okay, really love it. Really love it. Okay, let's go ahead and get the gypsy cards. And if you're just tuning in, thank you. Hello and thank you, and welcome to the channel. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get into the gypsy cards. Let's see with a little bit more information, with your work, your goals, and your finances. Okay, for the next 3 months, your finances, your career for the next 3 months, your money for the next 3 months. For the next 3 months, the money, the finances of your work for the next 3 months, your money, your career, your work for the next 3 months. Okay. Oops. Go ahead and see what the gypsy cards have to tell us. All right, so it seems like it's going to be, a little bit of struggle, but you're coming into that investment. Helping out with the family, with your children, what they need. All right, let's see what we get from the gypsies. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we have, the sweetheart, the unexpected joy, and then here we have like a journey. Okay, so when it comes like to the money situation, it's like I think some of you were thinking like, okay, like I want like a smooth, I want like a good smooth sailing, right? Like I want like the prosperity to come, the money, like for myself and also for the family, like for the children. And so that's why we have like the sweetheart, because it's like, um, uh, like sweet things, right? Or like for you and for the family, for gains, and also like, just to have enough, like in the savings, like whatever comes up, right? Because sometimes we don't know what comes up when it comes, to, in situations, because, it just changes, right? And here we have like the unexpected joy. Okay, so here's this man right there laughing and smiling and goes, oh wow, like you found some money, right? And here we have like a journey. Okay, so it's like, okay, so it's gonna take like maybe a little while to get your unexpected joy, to get the rewards, You know, it could also be like some steps that you need to do. So journey, when it comes to money, it's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna take this step, you know, to get to your goal, right? You know, it's like following the steps, and you know, step one, step two of what you need to do, right? Okay, here we have like the house, and then we have here an angry person, right? Oh, that doesn't look too good. And here we have the eye right there, the constancy, right? So you're gonna have to, okay, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, like, okay, like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, things are not happening. It's like, hey, I want it now. And but you have to have this attitude, like, in the next 3 months, right? Like, you have to have this attitude of being true, right? Like constancy, right? Constancy is like, okay, I need to just have the willpower, right? I have to have the strength because, oh, like right now I feel angry because there's nothing being done, or oh, I don't like following all the steps, and you know, so you gotta act like this, like have the willpower, be true, right? Have the willpower, and you know, like continue. Okay, sometimes it could be like when it comes to the money, maybe it's like within the, maybe it's like a couple thing to where, oh, you know, let's go ahead and talk it over, you know, about the family gains or the prosperity, the investment, uh, so the marriage, when it comes to money, it's like a couple talking together about, hey, what are we gonna do, right? Like, what are we gonna do, like for our investment, the property, the money coming in, and you know, and right now, someone is being like, okay, let's just stick to this path. Let's just, you know, let's be strict on some of the stuff, right? And of course, you know, you have there like the theft. When it comes to money, it's like sometimes it's going to take away some of your moments to get what you need, right? Like taking away, theft means like to take away some of a little bit of your pleasures, or probably putting money away, you know, to get that goal. Okay, so here we have like the, you know, like the love, and then the baby, and then here we have like the loss, right? Um, so when it comes like to money, it's like, okay, like we love what we're doing right now. There's gonna be like for the love of your kids that you're gonna go ahead and do different goals, different steps. But maybe sometimes it'll probably take it'll probably take away some time, and it also will probably take away, maybe like lose a little to gain a little, right? Like maybe to invest, right? So that's why this means, and this is like new, the baby means like maybe something new, like a new project, okay, that you and your husband were thinking about, or you that you were thinking about for the love of, you know, your children. And of course you're probably gonna have to lose, you're gonna have to pay a little bit to what of on a certain idea or in a certain situation, right? Okay, but for the 9 of cups, it's like your wish is gonna come true. Okay, this is very good. Now let's go ahead and continue and do the love, right? Let's see what's going to come out for the next 3 months on the love. All right, for love for the next 3 months, for love for the next 3 months, about love for the next 3 months, like the situation for love and in the next 3 months, for love in the next 3 months. Okay, let's see. All right, I guess some of you were like probably waiting for something or like daydreaming or waiting or waiting for love to come in. And here we have the Emperor. The Emperor is like self-control. The Emperor is like a leadership, right? The leader playing the role of a leadership. Like when it comes to love, some of you are probably going to have to have like some kind of a self-sacrifice or like a rebirth or like sometimes like a hesitation or rebirth, or a little bit of how do you call it? Like some like maybe a little bit of a transformation or rebirth when it comes to love, right? For the next 3 months. Okay, or like okay, so but so that's upright. So it's uh okay. So it's like, self sacrifice and trying, and some of you were thinking like, yeah, like I just want, like my rewards when it comes to love, right? Like the good things when it comes to love. But I think some of you are going to play that role of leadership and self sacrifice, okay? Or like to have like a rebirth or, of what's going to happen next. And then, of course, we have um, here is the Six of Pentacles, which is like, a little bit of giving and, a little bit of give and take when it comes to love, right? Having to, that gain and also like, okay, like, what, but what I mean about give and take is like, okay, um, it's like about, like you being nice, being sweet, and then for them to return it, go ahead and communicate, and then for them to return it, and if you're loving, for them to return it. That's what I meant about the give and take. Sharing, caring, right? So there's probably going to be a little bit of a sacrifice. You're probably going to have like that change within you to go ahead and have this give a little, share a little, give and take and share a little, right? That's, the Six of Pentacles right there. Okay? Like when it comes to love, right? Okay, so let's see what we get. Okay. Well, it says here, justice. Here is like thinking like, oh, I want the hope and the love and, the things to go right. Because maybe something didn't go right like in the past when it comes to love. But here is like, okay, well, things are going to be set right. Okay, things are going to be set right. That's what we have here, like the justice. Or it's probably going to be set right. It's probably happening now. And then here is like that longing, right? Like that longing, the longing of sharing, the longing of the love and the feeling of the affection one another. This is longing. This can also be like a past lover. Okay, there, a past lover. And then this is about like maybe way in the future, right? Or the conclusion is like some of you are probably gonna worry right? About something new or some kind of a change, like when it comes to love, or about the self-sacrifice, and the Six of Pentacles, about the sharing, the giving, the taking, back and forth, the affection, back and forth. And this is like the longing, right? And like the Justice right here, or it's something's going to be set right, or maybe it's happening now. And then of course some of you might be worried about it, right? Some of you might be worried about it when it comes to love, or like a new relationship, or like the next step, or it's like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to think about that, about the next step, right? So you're probably going to be worried about it. That's what the Nine of Swords is like. Could there be, is there going to be problems? I'm going to worry about it. Which, everybody goes to that, which is normal. Let's go ahead and continue. All right, here we have the Five of Pentacles. And here we have like the Queen of Pentacles right there. And then here we have like the how do you call it? Okay, the Two of Cups. All right, the Two of Cups. Okay, so there, I think some of you, this means like feeling left out. This means like being out in the cold, being forgotten, like in the past. Because this also means like about money, but since we're talking about love, like in the future, the next 3 months. I think some of us, or maybe you'll be playing that role of, I'm going to be the loving person. I'm going to go ahead and lead. I'm going to be mature about it. Because the kings and queens are about being mature, about being adults, it's about leadership, right? And compassion, right? Having like success could also be, uh, this could also represent like the wife, right? Taking care of the family. And of course, probably in the past, it was like something went wrong, or being left out, like, hey, what happened? And then here is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups. It's about getting to know each other. It's about a union. It's about love and affection, right? Like there's gonna be a affection, like in the future. There's gonna be love coming together, romance. But this could also be being friends too, like having a real deep understanding about your friend. You're deeper, right? Like a deeper connection. It could be like with a friend, a family, um and if you're with someone, it's like having that, like a deep affection to nor to one another, right? To each other, one another, and knowing each other. This can also be about marriage too. Uh, but it's also like, it's all, when it comes to love, it's also like, excuse me, it's also knowing each other, right? Having like that deep feeling to a friend, or some friends, or your family, your husband, your boyfriend, having a good connection. This could also be about marriage. And then here is like the Hermit. The Hermit is like, it's about reflecting on things. Okay, like reflecting on things, like, hey, what do you want this to go? It's like about thinking in your mind, where do you want this to go? The Hermit, right? It can also be like, not involving other people, and it could also be that. Okay, here we have like the success, the victory right there. And here we have like something fast happening, probably courtship, probably marriage. There's something happening fast right there, which is good. It could also be like a journey or something fast, right? Or like a journey, like taking a little trip, which is good, right? Like in the future. And of course, here we have good things coming, like the prosperity and good things coming, right? Um, which is good, right? Like the prosperity. Look at that hand and, coming out of the cloud with the good fortune. With the good fortune, right? So it could be like, a little bit of love and a little bit of money too, which is good, right? That's not bad. Okay, here is like right there, like the devil. Okay, so be careful, um, not to have like some kind of a foolish behavior. So be careful, okay? Because that's like foolish behavior right there. Okay, so like if you go out in a club or whatever and have a few drinks, then you exceed to a little bit more, like just be careful with that because it's like, okay, argument. All right, let's go ahead and continue. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We have here is like the moon, the Knight of Pentacles, and of course again the High Priestess, right? Like maybe having some kind of a doubt on something. And of course, there's going to be, like the 10 cups right there. Usually the cups represents emotion, like how you're feeling. Okay, emotion. Okay, so I think like maybe you were trying to hide like some kind of a secret to your significant other or some unknown problem that you had in the past. And so it was like in the past, like something happened in the past, uh, like, or a challenge situation that happened to the past. And it was like, no, like, okay, like you had to reflect and, something secretive. And it's like, okay, yes, that happened. And here is like the responsible person. Maybe this other person responsible. Maybe you're gonna have to be like responsible too, right? Taking care of the children, being responsible. Here is like the High Priestess. The High Priestess is like thinking like to yourself, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna say anything. Let's see what's gonna happen, or having some kind of a doubt. But then all is gonna go well because here is like, the couple there with the children. And here is like the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is like a good omen, like joyful happiness, right? Like happiness, like in love, right? Happiness with the situation with you and your partner and, with the family, right? So that's good. All right. So that is like very good. Okay. All right. And it's like a good omen and for your wish to come true, which is good. All right. I like that. When it comes there like to love, right? When it comes there to love. Okay. Um all right. Um okay, so here we have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups, and then here we have like the Hierophant. Okay, so um, it's like maybe this could like way in the future. This could be like some kind of like a religious factor. When it comes to like your love. This is like working together, and when changes are coming, it's like balancing out. Try to balance out the changes that are coming into your life. And then here we have like another king, right? The King of Cups, and emotional and support, and just being there, right? And the King of Cups, generous, and you know being an adult, right? With someone, or this could also be someone acting be acting like the adult, acting as the king, compassion. It could also be about some kind of a legal matter, that, okay, we agree for this, we agree on that, on this decision, or some kind of a contract, something that you needed to be signed. And then here we have like the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. It's like, okay, let's work together, when it comes to love. And of course, having the success to balance out the challenges that are coming through. And then the Hierophant has to do about marriage, and it also has to do about some religious beliefs or factors that that you believe in, that's going to affect your decision. Okay, that is great. Okay, that was good, very good, very good. Let's see what we get out of the gypsies. I bought these, like a long time ago. All right, for love for the next 3 months. For love, what do we need to know in the next 3 months? For love, for love. Let's see, let's see. Okay, here we have like a journey, and here we have like the fortune, and here we have like the thief right there. All right. Okay. Well, it seems like some of you are gonna have like good luck, good fortune coming in. Um, but it's probably gonna take a little bit of time, or probably uh when it comes to love, for this journey to happen and to have the good luck, right? Of the good luck. But it's like, okay, so it's probably gonna take away time, right? To have the good luck, right? The good fortune. Or some of you are going through some kind of a loss, right? But when it comes to love, sometimes it's, this situation reminds me like the hanged man. It's like self-sacrifice. It's about like a reflection. It's about rebirth. That, this is what it reminds me of. I mean, yes, it does mean like theft, but sometimes it means like probably losing time, or losing some kind of like sometimes it'll be like a redirection in the path. But let's go ahead and continue. Okay. All right. Um. All right. Oh, okay. So we have hope here. We have the marriage, and then here we have the jealousy. Oh boy. Okay. So, like with the marriage, and with the hope, of course, there's hope. Maybe there's someone, or maybe you feeling like, well, yes, like, I want the marriage, or I want, the commitment. But of course, someone would be someone maybe like someone outside looking in, that's feeling kind of jealous, because here we have three people. Okay, so it's like a man, and then there's a couple. So this man is looking inside of this couple being happy. So, like, of course, this is going to be like a hopeful reunion. There's marriage. But and then here, when it talks about jealousy, when it comes about love, I think there's like a third person's going to be jealous. They're going to be looking, so be careful, right? So be careful if you're like, going out together or dating or, uh, married. So, or trying to move forward like within love. Be careful because it's like make someone is right there is like jealous. Could it be the ex-lover, the ex-husband, the ex-wife? Who knows, right? Uh, Sometimes it's like, yes, they're talking to you sometimes and sometimes not. Then, you never know, right? How they feel. Maybe, maybe they're like a little jealous about it. Like, hey, they want that. Okay, this is like a little confusing, but all right. Okay. So the house represents like sturdiness, right? It represents like the sturdiness. Um, you know, but I think like here, like in the future, I think what it says like falseness. I think somebody wants or probably maybe it's gonna be delayed or canceled or maybe they're not gonna feel like, oh, like this relationship is like strong, or maybe like something is not strong, and so they're gonna have feelings. A person's gonna have feelings of like, okay, like maybe it's not that strong. There's gonna be some kind of a fear, right? So they're gonna have this falseness of it, right? Like within the family circle, or like with the love situation. Because to me, I get it like, yeah, I think we're okay, but and then you're not. That's the way I get it. Like, or they feel like maybe it's not too strong, right? Because the house represents stability. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. All right, here we have the officer. Here we have the lover, and then we have the sweetheart. Okay, so there's gonna be like a new romance. If it's not a new romance, then there's gonna be two people coming together. They're gonna feel affection for each other, sharing, giving, sharing, talking, communicating, and having the affection for one another. But I think one of them is going to be kind of like a little bit closed off, a little bit strict, a little bit closed off. Because this is what I get from the officer. The officer's strict, the officer's more structured. Okay? So it could be like the man is going to be a little bit closed off, a little bit, but it's at the same time, they're going to be like loving, right? They're going to be caring, and the woman is going to show affection. I mean, they're both going to love each other. They're both going to show affection for another because look, a heart right there and then a heart right there. But I think this person, right, the man is going to feel is like, yes, I show affection, but I'm going to be a little bit more strict, a little bit more structured. They're not going to show it off. And I think that's why we have here falseness. Falseness. Yeah, that's what I get. Like, yes, they do want like the happy home, the good stability. They want the stability. They want something strong. But that's what I get here. Like, it's like, I don't think they're gonna show it that too. I don't think they're gonna. They are gonna show it. I think this person is gonna show it, but to me, it's like they're gonna show it little by little, right? They're gonna show it like little by little. But since you see here the hearts, right? Since you see here the lover and the sweetheart next to each other, and then the hearts, it's like, yes, there is gonna be a couple that they are gonna come together. They're gonna show affection for one another, but I think one person's gonna be like a little bit closed off, a little bit strict. That's why the falseness came up. They're like, yes, they do want the family home, the family life, the sturdiness, the stability, because that's what the house represents, right? All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, and then, let's try to get a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and close it. Love for the next 3 months. Love for the next 3 months. Love, for the sweetheart, for a love situation for the next 3 months. If I seem a little bit too, like if I'm slowing down, I'm trying to try to get the message, because sometimes it's like, okay, well, this is confusing, and so, like, I'll slow down. Okay, let's see what else we get. Okay, well, here's the strict structured person right there again. Here's the unexpected joy, and of course, here's the baby. All right, so again, this person here that feels kind of like structured, a little bit strict, is going to have some kind of unexpected joy of something new, of a beginning, like when it comes to love. This could also be a baby coming in. It could be like a baby coming in, or or it could also be like an unexpected joy of something happening, like something new, or like a new romance or something new coming in for this, for that person. Um, yeah, like something new coming in. It could also be a beginning, right? Something new coming in and a beginning of something, right? Of like a romance or relationship, friendship, right? Like a friendship or a romance. The beginning of a romance, or the beginning of a friendship. That's what I'm getting real strong. Like a new beginning of a friendship. I also have like another scenario. So, you don't want that baby, protection. Because this could also be like this person is gonna be unaware of the joy of the baby coming in. Because this is baby. So baby could be like the beginning of a romance. It could be the beginning, and the new, like a new romance, and the beginning of a romance, or the beginning of something new. But since it's about love, the beginning of a new romance, the beginning of a new love coming in. But I'm also getting like a baby too. All right, all right. Okay, so this is like a religious factors again. With the gift, and with the marriage. So this person's probably gonna be like, when it comes to love, when I see the gift, they're probably gonna give you like, like little gifts or a token. It could also be friendliness, like, oh, start off like friends, and then it's gonna escalate to love and marriage. But this is like a religious factor, uh for the changes, or a religious factor like in their life, right? Because sometimes religion plays a part in our love life. So that's what that means too. Like in other words, um like in other words, oh, I believe in this. So what do you think? You know, religiously, getting married, and so that's part of a religion, factor right there. That's what that means, like a religious factor to an idea, or like a decision. But it can start off like friendly, okay? That's what I get from the gift. And it can also be like little something, little gifts and all that. Which is, and that's not bad, which is good. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, again, with okay, here we have like the judge. Here we have like the sickness, and then here we have like the letter. Um, I think someone's gonna be like overly like in love, like uh, with like with their affections. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm feeling all this joy and all that. Okay, sometimes this could be have like a different meaning too. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Um, I when you have here like the widow, when you have the good fortune, the widow, and then the lover. Okay, I think like maybe someone in the past, or maybe someone could probably be thinking about, like a lover, or like the disappointment in love, or like someone is thinking, uh, this person is probably thinking like, man, I used to think of this person. That's what I'm getting. All right. Well, that was a good reading. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. I'm Dahlia. This is Dahlia's channel. And thank you very much for tuning in, or to tune in. And take care. And if you're new, welcome. Okay. So that was pretty interesting reading for both the love and the money. I mean, for the next 3 months. That was, pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it. But thank you anyway, and take care until next time. Bye.